What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another fucking reflection. It's not as professional as the rest, but this is more so about my week, how it's gone. The last one that I posted was from last week. I had to reuse old footage that I had that I was supposed to post previously. This one is a reflection of the week that happened this last week, okay? The other one was from the week before that. So, what happened this week? Everything that I spoke on that video, where I was telling you guys about the mindset and things like that, I do every day. Okay, this mind shift of changing things into a positive light, I do it every single day. And it's becoming a lot easier the more I do it. Okay, a lot easier. Now, someone told me I should look more at the camera, but I have my iPhone kind of just facing me because I like to see what I'm looking at and see how I move and whatnot like that, whatever. Anyways, so this past week has been great, okay? In the way that I perceived it, because you could say it was pretty challenging. So I'm becoming more confident in the fact that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Now here's the thing, the reflection on this week was, I was stuck at the job position that I was telling you guys about. I applied for another one and they told me, no, it's not gonna happen. So I was a little bummed out and I was wondering this whole week, like, okay, this week started off with a fucking bang. All right, this week, I decided to go do something big. I don't know if you guys saw one of my last videos before the one that I posted, where I was kind of explaining to you guys how to build on your reputation, what to do to become more known in a positive light, right? And so not only do I post these videos, but I do this in fucking real life. So that Tuesday, because I didn't go to work on Monday, on Tuesday, I decided to do something for the people that I work with. I spend money for my reputation. Although I was mad and I was like, man, fuck these motherfuckers that didn't hire me. I was like, you know what? I did something wrong here. Whether it was the lack of proper planning and being involved in my work instead of being on the phone every once in a while, or if it was the lack of me communicating with the people that I need to be communicating with and making them feel comfortable, whatever. Whatever the case was, I decided to not run away from my problems and face it head on and be like, okay, I didn't get hired for a specific reason. I gotta reflect, I gotta look what it is, and then build on the solution to that. So instead of getting mad, getting butthurt, I decided to be more assertive in my position of where I'm at and what I'm doing and said, fuck it, let's change their perspective of me. And that's exactly what I did. Wednesday, after that day, we all had a big meeting. Turns out, our team leader is fucking up. Now he's a cool ass cat, man. I fuck with him. Pretty cool, really cool motherfucker. I fuck with him. But we had a big meeting. He was in the meeting and they were telling us about how bad we're slacking off. He was really like defending us. Although I believe it was full of excuses, the fact that he stood up for us when he didn't have to was fucking awesome. So I decided while we were in that meeting, everybody started attacking him. Like, you know, the other people were kind of attacking him. Because to be fair, he came up with a bunch of excuses. If I were the other people or I was the boss, I mean, I don't give a fuck what your excuses are, bro. You have a job. But I didn't like how they were just ganging up on this fool. And I felt it in my heart where it's like, nah, we're fucking up as a team. Like, we're not helping him to where he needs to we're not helping him enough so where he's able to actually guide the rest of us. And so I said that. I'm like, no, you know what it is? Genuinely, like, we're fucking up. I should know better when it comes to putting these things away. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of encouraged other people to be like, yeah, no, like, honestly, we're not really pushing forward where we should be. And I was like, now we got to help them. You know what I'm saying? I understand we're messing up, but give us the procedures that you guys used to do. Teach us it, and we'll get it done. It just came out on me. It just, you know, it did. And so I realized that day, on Wednesday, the reason why I didn't get hired in another department was because I was given the opportunity to come to a department that is kind of lacking and be the motherfucker that makes the change and be like, you know what? Fuck that shit. We may be temporaries. We may not be the fucking important department to most people. Although if it's not for us putting things right, if it's not us, if we don't put things away in the correct order and make sure that they're all scanned in a specific manner, then everything else goes to shit. It may not be the highest paid department, it may not be the nicest sounding or even nicest job to be doing, but it is goddamn fucking vital. And so what was it? What was my lesson that week? The lesson was everything works out for your best interest. Not what you think is for you, but for your best interest overall. Now, this gives me the opportunity to be with the manager, to be the right-hand man of the leader, learn how to do these things, and push forth my team and learn to be assertive and a person that gets shit done. Innovate, find a new way. This old way that we're doing doesn't work. So that's the blessing. I didn't get my job that I wanted. I didn't get the security that I was looking for. But I got an opportunity to build myself, to build a fucking leader, to be fucking strong, to innovate, find a better solution to this. And so this is my whole point in my videos. It's all a mindset thing. When you adjust your mind to a certain degree where everything seems to just be for your own benefit, it's very hard to get mad. It's also very hard to get sad. Do you hear what I'm saying? When you don't think right, you create your own mental disorders. Because if you're thinking in a negative framework, one, I didn't get my job, I must not be good enough, why am I even trying, this is nonsense, or the anxious way, which is, what is going on, what if I don't get the job, what if this happens, and what if I don't get this, and what if I get fired? That's your anxiety. And then if you think in a positive manner, where, okay, something's happening here. I don't know what it is, but I can't trip out too much. Let me just continue what I'm doing. Or even a higher one where you're seeking things. You're like, okay, obviously this didn't happen. There's a lesson here. I need to find out what it is. Now I need to fix it and become better. Now you're motivated, encouraged, and willing to do the most. And if you're like me, you're like, this happened because I'm the strongest motherfucker. I can do it, and I know I'm the shit. Be humble, but that's how I think in my head. So I'm gonna show all these motherfuckers that I can turn something negative into something great. Now I'm narcissistic. But do you see how each category of thinking portrays a symptom that you may have in your head? This is all mental, guys. Now you can't affect how you feel yet. But it sure as hell is possible. It takes time and it takes practice. I've been on this journey of self-discovery, of being able to control my mind, of finding ways of breaking my mind. I truly believe I went through my fucking drug phase to break my mind. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel it in my heart. That's what it was. And not only did I go through my drug journey to fucking break my mind, but to come out of that shit and show motherfuckers that you can drop it. Done. It's over with. You don't need that. I've been so much more confident than I've ever been off of alcohol than when I was on alcohol. I've been more wired, more active than I have ever been off cocaine or meth. I've been more happier, more socially out there than when I was on Zoloft or an antidepressant. Do you guys see this? This is all fucking mental. It's only your actions and what you think. Those are the only two things. Now here's the thing about belief and God, okay? I want to break the fucking imaginary divider that we all think we have when it comes to religion or God and being an atheist in science, okay? Because there is no separation in those. There is none. Coming from a former fucking atheist, there's no separation. It's all one. You need to understand this. It's not I'm right and you're wrong, or you're right and I'm wrong. It's not that. The thing about, and this I learned this in church, again, if you guys want to click off this video because of this, you're missing out, because I was going to put some science into this. But I went to church today and I was hearing something about how faith and belief are the driving forces for your salvation. Now, I don't believe in that part. I don't believe that you can have somebody else die or pay for your sins. You don't pay for your sins. You are punished by them. You're not punished for them, you're punished by them. You're told not to do something, not because some God up there is gonna tell you or look down upon you or punish you, but because that action that you're doing that is considered a sin is gonna hurt you either now or in the long run. It is for your own safety, literally. Okay? So, there is no difference between these two things. The fact that your mind is a powerful computer, that if you're able to program it without having too much emotion dictate what you're thinking and only push forth your emotion to do the action of that thought, then you have a very powerful processing power right here in your hand. Very strong and very, very powerful. That is important and is vital. And I don't know who that fucking dickhead is over there in my fucking camera shit. Anyways, so when you do that, you understand you're just a computer and you can program these things, okay? And you can work automatic. You can program your mind for success, or you can program your mind for defeat and failure. Either way, your brain is doing what you want it to do. If you're not aligned with your spirit or with what you want from your heart and your mind, and you have all these conflicting emotions and ideas, then you will only continue to fail. Or worse yet, just stay where you're at. Because I might as well fail than stay where the fuck I'm at. So the whole point is that, there's science backing up the fact that hope is a real thing. There was a science study that happened a while back on 2 rats. And what happened was they had put in 2 rats in a little container thing that was filled with water, and they were kind of drowning. And what they would do is that they would put the rat in there, it was drowning, and for a certain amount of time, they would actually pick him up and save him. And they did that continuously, same amount of time, same always. And for the other one, they didn't really do that. They just put the rat there. And they realized that with the rat that was constantly taken out and put him back in, he had formed some kind of belief, some kind of faith that if I endure this for a while, I know I will be saved. I know if I just keep holding on, I will make it. That rat ended up holding on more than the regular rat who never had that idea or that faith or that hope, and it would drown a lot faster than the rat that did. So just having that faith and belief is so powerful. It's so powerful because your mind is, again, a computer, okay? And if you can set that belief system or that positive mindset, you will succeed. Now the question arises, how do I believe or have faith in something I don't see, or I've never encountered this thing? Well, here is where the thing gets fucking tricky. Everyone has their own way of finding that out, but you have to look. Doesn't matter if you go into a Buddhist book, doesn't matter if you go into science, doesn't matter what it is. You have to find something that you are like, how the hell did that happen? And you form a belief where it's like, holy shit, this has to be something greater than myself. It has to be. Whatever it is. Get into quantum mechanics if you want to blow your mind, and if you want to stick to just science. And then you'll realize that everything you find in that quantum mechanic fucking book, whatever, definitely correlates to something you can find in a faith-filled book. They're all the same. All these different books are all the same. They all come down to one universal language, which is faith, love, and faith, love, and connection. Those 3 things. It's a universal language. That is the week today. These things that I find out in these books, I am applying. I'm constantly using it, and it's constantly working, guys. It's fucking awesome. I suggest you read some of these books. Better yet, I suggest you look for some podcasts. And even better than that, I suggest you reflect on your life and realize that every time you went through something that sucked, look back at it and realize that, holy shit, it actually turned out to be a really good thing. Whether it made you stronger, it made you wiser, or it just made you understand how life really is. And that could be a big eye-opener for a lot of people. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be posting 2 books. I'm trying to figure out the schedule, how I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be 2 books a week for sure. Then I, take the information out and spit it out to you guys. I just don't know when I'm gonna do these reflections. I don't wanna wait until Friday to put this video out. I might do it for tomorrow, and then Wednesday and Friday will be the books. I don't know yet. Either way, 3 videos a week should be expected. Love you guys.